dive into the tapes. Let's dive into the tapes. I don't know why I'm not seeing any new notifications. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. This is crazy. New York City falling apart. Migrant crisis, tax cuts. I mean, what is? Let's actually dive in before I show you this video, and before I show you what's really going on here. I do want to dive into this. Like, Mayor Adams plans to cut $547 million from education. From education, ladies and gentlemen. Education is not even that good in New York City, right? He plans on cutting $332 million from social services and $74 million from the FDNY. What? Are you kidding me? We cannot continue to burden our hardworking taxpayers with the excessive cost of these illegal immigrants. Ladies and gentlemen, it is getting real, and also NYPD cops, NYPD police officers are resigning as well. So hit the like button for me. This is going to be a good one. Here we go.
A new report in the New York Post finds a record number of NYPD officers resigning this year, with more than 200 officers already tapping out in the first 2 months of this year. Fox 5's Ashley Rodriguez asked the mayor about the exodus.
Public safety is a prerequisite to our prosperity.
Yet public safety's first line of defense in the city, its police officers, are resigning at a record level in 2023, according to a new report from the New York Post, which found 239 officers quit this year, a 117% increase compared to the same period over the last 2 years, the highest number of resignations since 2007. Last year, the NYPD saw just over 3,700 officers retire, the most since 9/11.
We have a law enforcement crisis.
That is crazy. And once again, you have Mayor Adams, goofy Mayor Adams, with his hat, the earrings. I mean, this guy he's no good for the city. And not because of how he looks, but just because of and sometimes I feel like he knows the truth. Obviously, we know that he was investigated by the FBI. He's been getting hit because he's been speaking about how bad the migrant crisis is. Don't get it messed up. He might not be on our team, but there is some conservatism behind Mayor Adams sometimes that gets him in trouble, and that's why he has to shut up and then do his Democrat ways and Democrat lines. But I mean, let's be honest. We have a we got an officer's crisis where, first of all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even trying to roast the NYPD. I've never been a big fan of the NYPD, but bro, if you go look at the cops, they're mostly a lot of women, and look, nothing wrong with women being cops. You do what you want, but a lot of them are out of shape. Respectfully, got a lot of fat cops out there. Respectfully, got a lot of fat cops, fat women too. Like they're not even in shape. Like, who are they chasing? Who are they locking up? All right, let's keep going.
We have a law enforcement crisis in this city, and in this country, and it's serious.
Nationwide, since 2020, more officers have left their departments, but police advocates point to the politics of New York City and the $42,000 a year starting pay. Because of it, suburban departments like Suffolk and Nassau counties are able to easily poach from within the NYPD.
And that's what I think a lot of cops have finally just thrown their hands up and saying, I can't do this job anymore.
A lot of people don't respect them, and I think police officers and firemen have to be respected and cherished a lot, because without them, I don't know where the city would be.
According to the Post, nearly every precinct in the city is understaffed, and response times in 2023 lag compared to last year. A former cop himself, the mayor knows the realities of a police force with low retention and low recruitment. It's why he admitted record-setting resignations have to be righted, and quickly.
What I think we failed at is that we weren't going out and recruiting at the capacity that we should have, and we're changing that. Ashley
Rodriguez, Fox.
Well, you've made it worse by adding a migrant crisis and also all these protests that they have to deal with. Once again, these are the cuts. This is what's going on. Look, more than 2,500 NYPD cops have quit this year alone. There's only 50,000 of them, and 2,500 of them are quitting. That's insane, guys. That is wow. That is purge vibes. That's why you see so much crime. That's why you see so much happening in New York City within itself. Cops are quitting New York City police force in droves, with more than 2,500 officers leaving just this year. A total of 2,500 16 NYPD officers have left this year so far, the fourth highest in the past 10 years, according to the NYPD pension. The number also 43% higher than the 1,700 cops who left the force in 2018. More cops are quitting before they even get their pensions. You know what I'm saying? Back in 2020, about 509 officers quit before the 20 years of the force they need to get their full pension. This year, 1,040 officers below the 20-year mark have already quit. So they're saying F the pensions. I don't even want the pensions. Also, let's go to the migrant crisis. This is how the migrants are living in New York City. This is absolutely insanity, ladies and gentlemen. This is a migrant crisis. You got a bunch of people who are not from the United States of America originally. You got a bunch of them who have been kicked out of hotels, who have been ungrateful, who have been grateful. You have a mixture of